It's the Happy Families podcast. It's the podcast for the time-poor parent who just wants answers now.
Hello, this is Dr. Justin Coulson. I'm flying solo today. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm not quite sounding the way that I normally do, as it happens. You know that thing called COVID, that global pandemic, that thing that's been affecting everyone? Well, it's finally got me. I've had my 3 shots. I've been boosted, but finally, somewhere, somehow, I've picked it up along the way. And it's kind of just I know that some people are affected really badly by it. Some people are completely asymptomatic. They don't even know that they've got it, other than the fact that they did a test and, oh, look what I've got. In my case, you can kind of just hear that little bit of throatiness that I've got. I might be a little bit flatter than normal. Slight sniffle, but it's kind of like a really mild version of man flu for me. Man flu knocks me out. It puts me on my back for days. COVID hasn't done that. It's just slowed me down a little bit and made me struggle a little bit compared to my normal level of health. But in spite of that, I wanted to share a podcast with you today, just a brief one to emphasize our upcoming webinar tonight. If you are a Happy Families member, this is included in your membership. You don't even have to pay for it. It's already included in what you've paid for already. And this is possibly one of the most anticipated webinars that I've done this year. There has been so much interest in it. If you're not a Happy Families member and you're hearing about it for the first time, just jump online to happyfamilies.com.au or go to my Facebook page, Dr. Justin Coulson's Happy Families, and you'll see the info for Carrots and Sticks, a webinar about punishment, reward, timeout, praise, and all of these other things that parents usually do to manage their children's behaviour better. Tonight's webinar is really about this idea that punishments and rewards are the lowest form of education. And if we want to help our kids to thrive, to flourish, and to do great stuff because it's the right thing to do and not because we're forcing them to do it, we need to get away from the reward chart. We need to get away from the threats and bribes and actually just help our children to be awesome, because they kind of are. There's a whole lot of history that we're going to go through in terms of why we parent the way that we do, what's been taught to us, what our parents did to us, what their parents did to them, what their parents did to our grandparents, and so on. I've been digging through the archives and finding a whole lot of really fascinating stuff about why carrots and sticks are just so popular. We're going to talk about punishment and how that creates a whole lot of problems, why we do it, and we're going to talk about rewards and why, interestingly, that also can create a whole lot of problems, but why we consistently do it. And then we'll move on to what I call the motivation continuum. We're going to look at how we can help our kids rather than hurt them, how we can guide them rather than bribe them. We will also be talking about timeout, the research evidence that supports it, and the problems with timeout in spite of the research that supports it. So I'm excited, very, very excited to share this one with you. I think that it's going to blow your mind. If you're not already signed up for it, please join me tonight for Carrots and Sticks. All the information you need is at happyfamilies.com.au. Now, I'd love to tell you more about it. Believe me, there will be solutions galore, but in the interest of preserving my voice and making sure that I can actually get through the night and rubbing the Vicks on so that I don't even sound sniffly or anything like that tonight, I want to make sure that I rest up. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you get through the day without relying on punishments and rewards with your kids. And I hope that you can join me tonight for Carrots and Sticks, the webinar, as we talk about how rewards seem to not work or work in reverse, do exactly the opposite, and punishment's the same. It's going to be a great night. I'll look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, as always, the Happy Families podcast is produced by Justin Rulon from Bridge Media, with Craig Bruce as our executive producer. And if you would like more info about making your family happier, join us for the webinar tonight. Check out our Happy Families memberships or just visit happyfamilies.com.au. Get curious, not furious. Be where your feet are. Mistakes lead to mastery. High emotions, low intelligence. Have you ever heard these or any of the other principles I share and thought, I need to stick that on my wall? Well, now you can. The Happy Families team has pulled out the best Justinisms for A5 mini posters. Perfect for your home or even the classroom, and easy to grab at happyfamilies.com.au.